Hey guys, Gino Zero. Back here in the laundry room. I just hit the switch there for the starting our off-grid prepper unplugged challenge. Turning my inverter on, and I'm going to start getting everything plugged in and wired in. And I'll show you whenever I get done how I got everything set up. It is 8 o'clock on Friday morning, and we're going to go till sometime on Sunday. So this will be my 48 hours for the contest vid. So I'll get back with you here directly. Okay guys, got the generator, putting it out here on the back porch this time. I'm going to put it right there underneath the workbench area that I have out here, and then I'll put some, some stuff if it starts raining to kind of keep the rain off of it. But that tabletop there should help out pretty good. Yeah, there's a battery charger there, and we'll get to that in a second. But the generator, I checked the oil, I got gas in it, and going to get it into position, and then we'll fire that up when we need to. That is going to run our the freezer, the refrigerator, and a couple of power strips on the inside of the house where we can plug in the kid, the TV and the kids' Xbox, and still have a little bit of entertainment. And the kids can still have a little bit of normalcy running off of the generator while the generator is running. So now we come into the laundry room here, excuse the mess, and you see the inverter there. I have it switched off right now because I'm trying to let it get a little bit of charge while the sun is in. What I'm noticing is that the stuff that I'm running off of the inverter, which is a couple of things in my office, and the fan here in the bedroom, and a couple of lights are draining the batteries quicker than the little 45 watt panels that I have up on top. The Harbor Freight panels can charge it. So while I have the generator running, I'm going to hook up the battery charger that I had out there that you saw. I'm going to hook it up to the battery bank and let it charge the batteries while I'm using it to do everything else in the house with. So when we get to that point, I'll let you know. In my office there, I am keeping my my internet modem and the router going so that I can. I'm going to have them all plugged into the solar panels here so that I can keep my telephone on in case of emergencies. I do have family members in my family who are sick, and I want to be able to be contacted even though I'm technically quote unquote off the grid. But those will be powered by the solar system here, or the battery bank. So the Harbor Freight panel is they're good, but they just don't put enough juice into the batteries as fast as I would like them to. So we are going to like I say, we're going to hook up this regular standard battery charger and charge up the batteries when we get the generator fired up here. And once we get all that hooked up, then I'll give you a look at that, and we'll go from there. So far so good. We got company coming over a little bit later. There's going to be quite a few people here at the house running around, and we are going to have an evening barbecue, and we're still going to be off the grid, and we're going to do everything in the outdoor kitchen there. You see the sun oven. Got our little solar oven going, getting heated up. I'm going to do some baked potatoes in it. I got, of course, a percolator there on the stove tech for the most important beverage of all, which is coffee. And then we'll be using the cooker and the oven as well this evening, making biscuits and grilling out pork chops and stuff. So there's a quick update. And once we get this generator fired up, where we got to use the refrigerator and the freezer to get them cooled back down, then we'll fire it up back then. Right now I've got a few videos on my channel way back when I showed that I keep my refrigerator, any empty spaces in my refrigerator or my freezer, I keep bottles of water in them to help keep everything cool. And by doing that, it really helps a lot. It helps keep everything cooler a lot longer. So, and we're very, very fortunate that this weekend that we chose to do this this challenge, is the weather is just going to be beautiful. We're high is right around 70, cool at night, so I'm not worried about overheating and all that kind of stuff. And it should be a pleasant weekend to do this, and the weather's going to cooperate, and I'm quite sure this won't be the only time this year that we have to do this, because we're going to be getting into storm season, and we actually are into storm season, and I'm quite sure that Mother Nature will help us once again a couple more times this year do practice off-grid living, so to speak. So since this time is going to only be 48 hours, we're going to use a generator, and we're going to use our solar panels and our solar setup and our solar lights that we have in the house and stuff. But we'll get to all that as the video goes along. So, all right, guys, we will catch up with you in a little bit. All right, so you see we got the inverter on there, and we got our cables coming through here, our extension cords. We got that fan there going, running from the inverter. Then we got here coming in here. We got, as you can see, we've got the modem, the phone box, the our router, and that's this right here is a charging a 2-meter ICOM ham radio, so that I can turn it on and listen to the weather.
Clear skies, temperatures will fall to very chilly readings by dawn. The coldest valley locations are expected to be in the mid-30s.
That way we can keep track of the weather. And then we got the phone plugged in. These are the things that I have plugged into the power strip down there, and that are charging. And I've got that laptop there that's plugged in right now charging, but it's going to be coming unplugged here real soon because it looks like it's charged. So that's what we got going on in here. Like I say, I need to be able to use my phone in case, like I said, I got a family member that's sick, and hope all goes well with them. But I wanted to let you guys know that this is what we have. Even though my phone runs through the internet and we have the modem and the router and stuff on, it's still being run from the solar panel, from the inverter here that goes right back here and plugs into the power strip that plugs into the inverter. So, alrighty guys, catch up with you in a little bit. We're getting a fire going in the stove tech here. I'm gonna brew up some coffee. A really big, we cook on the wood and wood and charcoal. So a great big part of this for us is building fires, maintaining fires, and maintaining our wood piles. Everybody plays their part. My oldest son brings down logs from the hill, big ones like that, and splits them on the stump there, stacks them up here. And then my youngest son here, Joshua, he batons it down, and of course I help both of them, but he batons it down into these smaller pieces for the stove tech and for the oven. And like I say, this takes up quite a bit of time out of your day, preparing your fires and preparing your wood piles and stuff that you need, and it's got to be done every day. We do it already because we cook a lot. Anybody who watches my channel knows that we cook a lot outside in our outdoor kitchen. We burn a lot of wood, so we're always chopping wood. So this is something that we do every day anyway. So, and waiting on my coffee to percolate there. Got a big pot of water out here in the sun warming up, and then when my coffee's done, I will put that onto the stove tech to warm up, because today is chicken butcher day, and we dunk them in the water to pluck the feathers off, but I'll make another separate video about that. And hear the generator going in the background. That thing is loud, man, but like we got it. So they're about as excited as we are about all this. Dakota, what you doing, man? So anywho, we're get back at you here in a little bit. Well, we got company. My buddy MacGyver and Mr. Moving On Greg, and Moving On 04 is in here in the kitchen here talking to the girls. But I got my youngest son Joshua there building the lighting the fire so we can get the oven going, and of course the coffee, most important prep. So he's going to get the fire going there. We're going to build up the old oven, get it going, because moving on 04 is going to make some biscuits. We're going to do it all off the grid. And we'll show you how we do it when we get back here in a little bit. And I know the generator's loud, but it is what it is.
Get some water.
Starting the biscuit process. He's melting up the shortening right now over the stove tech, a little bit of heat, and Josh is still working on that fire. Come on, man, we're gonna starve to death. Get the fire going. All right, we're gonna come around here to the end of the house and get underneath the house. I want to show you one way that I store potable water that we can just use for making tea, making Kool-Aid. This is the underneath part of the crawl space here in my house. Under here I've got a bunch of Rubbermaid tubs and some of these styrofoam coolers that has jugs of water in them. My kids like to drink juice, and so we'll take whenever they empty out a juice bottle, we'll fill it up with water and we'll put it in one of those Rubbermaid tubs or one of those styrofoam coolers underneath the house here. Keeps it out of the light, and it keeps it a lot cooler than if you just let it set in the house somewhere. And it's pretty cool to the touch. We're going to use some of this for moving on 04, making biscuits. So yeah, the wind is blowing the wrong way today. We're having trouble keeping the stove tech going, but it is what it is. So there's another bottle of water. Moving on. Buttermilk biscuits. There's the buttermilk. She brought the buttermilk. Very nice. Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Making biscuits.
We're done. Can I use these for scrubs?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Just waiting on the oil to melt. Shortening to melt.
So is this any different from what we normally do when you come out to visit?
Usually not. We usually do this every time I come out.
Yeah.
Even in the winter.
Got sun tea brewing, getting ready to throw some baked potatoes in the sun oven, the solar oven. We got different pots of water out here warming up in the sun. We'll use them for washing and cooking. So, anywho, we're going to starve to death before my son gets his fire going. What is going on?
You are just nuggets.
All right, y'all. We'll check back in these a little bit. Once we get moving on, like I said, moving on to making biscuits, and once we get the dough made, I mean, I'm sure she's going to make a video at some point on how she makes her biscuits. Hint, hint, hint.
Yeah,
hint.
I will.
So you can watch her make the biscuits, and then we'll show you how we're going to cook them here in the wood burning oven. So we'll check back with you in a minute.
Throw it in on this one.
Yeah. Working on the biscuits.
Buttermilk?
Huh?
Do you have any buttermilk?
I don't know.
You got regular milk and vinegar?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can sour some.
Okay.
Souring
I
this
used what buttermilk I had here for this.
That's fine. Looks like we finally got the oven going.
Woo!
The wind is blowing from a crazy direction today, so it's kind of hard to keep them fires going, but you know what? It is what it is. Got to do what we got to do.
Blowing one way and then blowing another.
Yep. But this is what we do. Alright, there's my two daughters. They've been washing baked potatoes and wrapping baked potatoes, seasoning them or putting them in the sun oven. Let them start baking in there. It'll take them a long time, but that's alright, we got a long time. And the biscuits are rising up really nice.
In the sun.
In the sun. Leslie's going to put the last bit baked potatoes in there. Now we will strap on the outer skirting and let it start doing its thing.
Alright. And I don't have, that would be something that I could do and contribute.
Hey guys,
Towards dishes.
me and Moving On was just out having a talk, and we're feeding quite a few people today. Outdoor cooking here. I think we're going to be having probably 15 or 16, so that's going to be like our little small community because we got our neighbors coming over as well. And we're talking that if we were doing this every day, having to feed our little community every day, it's going to take somebody every day to keep the fires going, keep the wood cut. So it's really a community effort every day to make sure that everybody has a good supper. And it would have to be something, you know, that's alternated. And like what was it you just saying?
Like me, I'm disabled. I can't do a lot of lifting yet, but I can cook and I can wash dishes.
Yeah.
And if the wood's chopped, I can keep the fire going.
Yep.
You know.
That way, if we got to be out, you know, working in the garden, weeding or hoeing or planting or cutting more big lumps or chunks, and then, you know, the older kids and
gardening or heavy.
Yeah.
You know.
The older kids and everybody else will have to be here tending the fire so we can make sure we keep everybody fed. That is if you cook on fire, which we do. So, but anyway, we thought we'd share that. Sitting around having a conversation. We got the oven going. We got biscuits in the oven. We got baked potatoes here in the solar oven.
It is at 350, and we are browning.
We got our biscuits in the oven there. Won't be long. We'll be ready to. We got our fires built. We just got to light them. Start cooking. We got some pork chops and some chicken, and we got chicken boiling there. So anyway, we'll catch up with you in a little bit. All right, y'all. Let's. How long have they been in?
Hour and 5 minutes.
These biscuits have been in this oven now, and it was a cold oven. Now Gloria said it was a cold oven, and we got nice, beautiful brown biscuits. Look at that. We're gonna let them brown up a little bit more. I just rotated them around, but I just want to show everybody this oven does work very well. It works. I think everything works better the way that it is now than it did when it was plugged into the wall. But anyway, I just want to let you know. And those are done. We're just letting them brown a little bit more. I think they look real good, y'all. Off-grid cooking for the entire little community here.
Including the coffee.
Including the coffee. Yeah, everything. We're off-grid, so. Having a blast. Having a blast. Alrighty, we'll catch up with you in a little while. Alright guys, I want to give you an update. We boiled some chicken and it's done, so we set it aside. We got the fire still going. Throw a big pot of water on there. That way we can get the water hot and use it to do the dishes and do the washing afterwards. When we're all said and done, baked potatoes are crammed into the oven there. Getting ready to light this fire. And over here now in the sun oven, it is full of ears of corn. We're going to start the cooking process in the solar oven, and then we'll finish them up on the fire when we get done cooking the meat. So, just wanted to give you all an update. Relaxing out here in the hills. Like I said, it's each community, like our little community, is going to have a person designated to cook. I'm cooking today, but tomorrow it would have to be somebody else doing all the work. So anyway, that's where we are for today so far. We'll check back with you in a little bit. Hey guys, I just want to let you know that we put these baked potatoes in at 420. 420, and it is now what time?
5:06.
5:06. And these baked potatoes are done. We still got a couple left in there, but those are done. We're going to put them back into the solar oven to keep them warm. And we're going to have the little in here light the fires so we can start cooking the old meat. Yep, we're using matches. Oh, the timer went off. That's funny. All right, we're going to get this going. We'll check back in with you here in a little bit. So far, everything is working out very well. And of course, we got more coffee going, of course. So,
Of course.
and sitting around visiting. Never would,
Guess figure soon.
yeah, never would guess it. You know, we're off grid right now. Having a good time, huh?
Well, then the dog comes out. He's
All right.
cool, yeah.
All right, y'all, we'll check back in a little bit.
Well, they shot his eye out with a pellet gun.
Well, we got our neighbors come over, and they got a 2-year-old daughter being entertained by our daughters. Oh, goodness. Everybody wants to ride the bike. And down here in the garden, our lettuce and our salad greens are ready. And Haley and Carl, the neighbors, That's the one that was up in a tree in one of my videos. Monkey Man. Nope, go out ahead and pick whatever. They're gonna pick some salad for dinner because dinner will be ready here before too long. This is a community thing. We are digging it. I thought I'd show. Hanging out. We still got a couple more people going to be showing up for too long. We're going to be little members of our community. Getting some good practice in. Somebody's tired of making biscuits all day. Yeah. Look, it lives. My oldest. Alright, y'all. We got the baked potatoes now. Just kind of chilling out there in the sun oven, staying warm. They're all done. We got the corn in the oven, roasting, and then whenever we're done cooking the meat, we'll finish it off on the grill. And of course, the coffee. We got a bucket of warm water here that everybody's going to wash their hands in before we eat, and then after we're done eating, we'll use that same water to wash the dishes, and then we'll use the dirty water to flush the toilet. So that's where we are. Having a good time, making it happen.
Yep.
We'll check back on a little bit. There we go, now it's recording.
It was warm earlier though.
We got Miss moving on there, washing up the lettuce for us.
My favorite job in the whole world.
That's why we warmed that water up and boil it up, clean it up. I'm doing the washing. Yep, once we're done with the lettuce, we can all wash our hands and then we'll get on with the dinner.
Yep.
That's a good tan line right there, y'all. Right around the eyes with the sunglasses.
Yeah, I'm the next coon up here.
Well, Skinner, hang on a second.
Why you say that?
Yeah. There's the Mr. Moving On Greg there, just chilling out. Yeah, I think he looks a little bit red there too today. And we got J&O on the grill. Check that out. Look at that fire going.
Yeah, look at that. Do I
Look
buy
at
the
them
long
steaks,
barbecue
man.
brush? No.
Yeah, look at
She said you were out.
No way, we got a whole other jug in there.
this. I think we're creating a big meat Friday here today, folks. Everybody's just kind of standing around watching the food cook. Yeah, I think we're all starving and stuff here.
No,
Yeah.
we're just getting warm.
Oh yeah, we're getting warm too. It's starting getting chilly. The little guy there, he's like, hey, wait, you're starving me to death. Yeah. And the chief griller right there, check him out.
Hello.
Okay, now how you turn it off?
Hello, YouTube. We're off the grid and we're suffering.
Yeah, suffering big time.
This is why we stay so
We do this all the
prepared.
time though, so this ain't nothing new for us. This is like everyday living here. You
Well,
know?
this is exactly the reason why we stay as prepared as we do for stuff like this to happen.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's going to happen. I'm going to burn my barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That's all right. Still taste good.
And I'm telling y'all, this is the way God wanted pork chops cooked, right here.
Absolutely. Later, guys. We'll update you in a little bit when we get our plates loaded.
Haha, you're going to be
How you turn it off?
You're gonna be on YouTube.
How you turn it off?
Push the button.
The red button? Alrighty, look there.
I forgot what.
Just
what was
about
this?
got all the food grilled. Gonna throw a little chicken on there. There's the man. He's doing the grilling.
We are doing all this cooking, so we don't have to do any cooking tomorrow. We're doing a whole lot of cooking. We just spent about almost 3 hours worth of cooking. The potatoes, the corn. We got the corn on the cob in here. It's done. We our other friends that showed up brought some deviled eggs, and we got the biscuits and all that stuff. That way, we will have leftover stuff for tomorrow that we don't have to cook anymore.
We picked the salad out of the garden and the green onions. Yummy.
Chicken egg.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good times, y'all. Good times.
He's sure to get her real quick.
Yep. Make sure we get Mary on the YouTube. Look, that corn is good. Everything turned out really, really good, y'all. Like I said, we got enough to last us for tomorrow. So we can do our normal, regular evening routine tomorrow. Everybody does their part, and it's all good. So how many we got? How many people we got here? 17 all total, including kids. 17 people. A big 17 people meal. Every bit of it was off the grid. Excellent.
And enough for tomorrow.
And enough for tomorrow. That's right.
Not eggs. That's double eggs. No, I'll eat for Bubba's.
There we go. Well, we'll check back in with y'all in a little while. Once it gets dark here, we're gonna eat, and then we'll go through the solar lights again real quick. Look at what the cat dragged in. We got a Lady
Hey,
Bee
hello.
and Danny. They come out to visit too, so that makes we got 19 people here
We're
now.
crashing the party.
They just come back from AJ Preppers and Hillbillies in the Bushes house. Hello, AJ and James. Wish you guys were here with us. It was a dog. Make it awesome. We're just kind of hanging out. I guess that makes 19 people now off the grid, and of course we got dessert going now on the fire, which is the coffee, of course. Greatest thing ever. Just saying.
Just saying.
So, 19 people now.
Didn't get any food, but it looks good.
Anything we didn't offer, we still got plenty left. They don't want to eat because apparently AJ cooked them a whole bunch of stuff up there, and now they're not hungry when they get to my place. Gee, thanks.
She had these really huge stuffed peppers.
Oh yeah? Oh, that sounds good.
They were huge.
Yeah, that does sound good.
I can't take no more.
That right there is a thumbs up for AJ's giant stuffed peppers. All right. All right, you guys. Well, everybody gonna finish eating, and we're gonna get this coffee going, and hanging out with the goats. Is that wrong? Goats are my friend. Like determination. Get up there and get it. Yeah. There you go. All right, y'all. We'll catch up with you a little bit. Well, I'm gonna take everybody in and show them the how the lights were getting ready,
Bye,
running out of
guys. I'm leaving.
Oh, see you later.
Give me a hug.
Yep. You guys be good.
We'll see you later.
Thanks for stopping by. See you, Danny.
Later.
Guys have a good one.
Oh, you have.
Everybody's huddled around the fire because apparently it's getting chilly.
See everybody later.
But anyway, I wanted to show y'all the lights that we got going on. The same lights that we use every day, the EEP lights. We got them in here. There's moving on. She's still finishing up with the dinner. The cook's got to eat last.
Yeah.
And we got, like I say, the generators running the Xbox and the TV. So we got the little ones in here watching. My oldest daughter's keeping track of the little ones. Say hi, YouTube. Say hi, Morgan. Say hi,
Well, hi.
Miss Mabel.
And
We
the
have
lights
fun?
without the shades are too bright to look at.
Yeah, I do recommend getting the lampshades for the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
mine makeshift one.
Yeah. Yep.
We got one that's just the light because we haven't got the lampshade yet.
Well, having a good old time. Having fun, Joey? Everybody's getting tired. Been outside playing all day. So, like I said, I got the generator running. You see, I run through the extension cord through the kitchen here. I ran it up above the cabinet to keep it out of the way, and then I run it around the corner. Run it around the corner, and I plug it in over there by that laundry basket. There's plugs into the power strip that runs over here, and plugs everything into it from there. So
But I am trying.
there we got it.
I only have half of my hands.
Unplugged.
Off-grid trick number one. Warming up the baby bottle for the little one. We got our wash water right there that's getting hot, and we're just dunking the bottle here and holding it in the warm water to warm up the bottle.
Chairs together. 'Cause we got all kinds
It's
of
working pretty good.
Bring them up here, and then that way we can just sit outside. Don't have to worry about
So,
it.
little trick. Hopefully it helps. We'll see you in a little bit. Morning, guys. It is Saturday morning. This will be our day 2 of the off-grid challenge. We turned the generator off all night because there wasn't going to be anybody in and out of the refrigerators and stuff. So we had our blocks of ice. I took one bottle of water out of the freezer and put it into the refrigerator just to kind of help. And as that melts, we'll make it into Kool-Aid for the kids or tea or something like that. So go check all the fluids in the generator and make sure that everything's filled up, and get this thing fired back up again. Not a whole lot on the agenda today. We shouldn't have to do any cooking. We did all that cooking yesterday, and even though everybody ate until they were full, we still have a lot of leftovers, which is a good thing. This means we won't have to cook today, and we can spend our time doing other things. I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup. We're going to do a little bit of work in the garden. You know, just normal everyday maintenance around the house here. The boys are going to mow and do some trimming, and we'll take care of the animals. And it'll be pretty much business as usual around here today. So there might not be a whole lot of video from today because it's going to be pretty boring. I don't want to bore the crap out of anybody. And that's not good. But at the same time, you know, I want to show that we're doing things off grid, but we're still doing it the same way. We'll be down weeding the garden and stuff like that. And that's about it. That'll be about it for today. I'm going to show you my idea on how we're going to wash up and brush our teeth and stuff like that here in a little bit. We're going to get the stove tech going. Got some wood cut up for that, and I think today is going to be the day that we actually butcher the chickens. Couldn't get around to it yesterday, just ran out of time, but that's okay. Live meat never spoils. So we got our little wood pile here for the stove tech. My son will have to chop some more wood so we can get this one ready for tomorrow when we got to start cooking again. Louie cat, Louie. But we got a little bit here for the stove tech. First things first, we're going to get that going and get breakfast, which is coffee for me. And then we'll have, like I said, we got our leftovers. We'll just warm them up over the. We'll put the cast iron skillet on there and warm some stuff up, and we'll go from there. So I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Hey guys, on your own trick number 2, using the stove tech here. Got the cast iron skillet on the top. We had to re-season it. So like I say, keep in mind, I'm not any expert on cast iron or cast iron cooking. I'm just a dude. But what I do is I get the pan really, really hot. Then I'll put vegetable oil in it, or lard, or shortening, whatever I got handy. And I will just let it heat until it all, you see out there, it's smoking still a little bit right through here. I'll let it go until all of it stops smoking. Then I'll give it a quick wiping out with a towel, and then it's ready to go. So that's how I season the bottoms anyway of my cast iron. If you wanted to season the whole skillet, you could goop it all in lard or in shortening or oil and do it all in the oven. Put the oven on as hot as it'll go, 450, 500, and then just put it in the oven and let it season, or throw it in your fire and let it season that way. But we're just doing the inside because the rest of it was pretty well seasoned, and whenever I was cleaning it, I noticed that it needed to be redone on the bottom. So anyway, we're just waiting for that little bit to stop smoking. Then we'll give it a quick wiping out, toss a little bit of butter in there, and get back with you. Heck yeah. This is my oldest daughter, Morgan. This is her first time cooking on fire. She's a really good cook. She does a good job when she's cooking in the kitchen. So now we're getting there where she can start learning how to cook over the fire and using the stove tech and the outside oven. The more skills you have, the better off you're going to be if you ever find yourself on your own, that's for sure. And cooking is a very important skill. So just wanted to brag on her a little bit. Doing a good job, baby.
And voila.
Scrambled eggs. Alright, we'll catch up with you here in a little bit, guys, when we get done with breakfast. Okay, guys, what I'm going to do, we still got this stove tech going here, going good and hot. I am going to got some water here that's been thawing out. I'm going to put some of it into this pot right here.
I want to put this. I want that berry.
Thank you.
I want that berry.
More.
I have green.
And I'm going to warm this water up over the stove tech. so that we can do some brushing the teeth and washing our face, and washing our hands and stuff like that. And it's a lot easier to do with warm water. We already got a fire going, so we don't want to waste it.
Done. Look at my teeth. Done.
And there we go.
Look at my teeth.
Yeah, I know, buddy. Keeping a 2-year-old entertained off the grid. Not really as hard as what you would think. So there we go. We're going to warm that water up, and then we'll get back with you here directly. Okay, guys, the water is warm. I don't want it super hot. It may be a little hot. Now I'm just going to pour this water into my little bowl here. It's not too bad. Now, this is clean, palatable water that we've used. I'm not using very much of it. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to use this water to brush my teeth. If anybody's ever seen my beautiful smile, then you know quite literally for me, this is a toothbrush and not a teeth brush. So, brushing my teeth. Rinse my brush out in here. Now I'll take a sip of regular water and rinse my mouth out. Just my regular water here. Normally I would be doing this inside, but I'm doing it, there's better light outside. That's where to show you what we're doing. And I've used there's probably, I don't know, 4 cups or so of water in here that we're going to use. And we'll have everybody do this the same way. Now, we're get my washcloth damp. And if I was in the house, in the bathroom, in my privacy, then I would, take my sponge bath. Wet my towel up and wipe off, my soap, my body. Just take a sponge bath. That way you keep this water as clean as possible. And I always wash my face first. And then work your way down. That way you're using the cleanest water to wash your face. And we work our way down, wash your hands, wash your arms, blah, blah, blah. Now that I have brushed my teeth, because that water goes in my mouth. Now I washed, this water is dirty now. So if I was going to shave, which I'm not, if I was going to shave, now would be the time that I would get my razor and lather up and use this water to shave. But now that I'm done with my little cleanup here, then we'll take our water, bring it over here to our wastewater bucket, put it in the wastewater bucket, and use it to flush the toilet. So there you go. That's just a little bit of what we're going to be doing as far as everybody cleaning up this morning. And like I said, we're going to be doing it in the house, but I wanted to shoot it, film it outside because the lighting is a lot better out here than it is in the house. It's really dark in the house because we got all the windows closed up to keep the sunlight out, to keep the heat out. But anyway, so there you go. That's how we're going to all be cleaning up. Okay guys, I want to show you another little trick here with the solar oven. It's just getting about to be lunchtime. Mom was having a pretty good day. Got her sitting outside here getting some sun. You hear the boys in the background mowing with the lawnmower. But we got, it's a mostly cloudy day. Sun coming in here and there. So the oven it's still going to get hot. But what we're going to do is all that stuff we cooked up yesterday, we are going to warm it up in the solar oven. It will get hot enough to eventually to cook it, but we're not going to leave it in there long enough to cook. We're just going to use the power of the sun to warm us up lunch rather than, you know, being dependent on a microwave. So another little trick with your solar oven, you know, if you don't want to turn on your microwave to warm up leftovers, then just pop it in your solar oven and leave it in there. It'll probably take, you know, 15-20 minutes, and it'll be good and warm enough, and we can enjoy lunch. So just wanted to share that with you. We'll catch up with you guys a little bit later. Well, we're waiting on the stuff to warm up here, so I figured I'd take my little 2-meter ham radio here and listen to the radio for a little bit. It's been charging up with the solar panels. Sit down for a second and enjoy the outside.
The record daily minimum temperature of 39 degrees was tied this morning in Huntington, previously reached in 1941.
This is NOAA Weather Radio on Hazard Station KIH 39, Ashland, Kentucky, the voice of the National Weather Service, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.55 megahertz and originating from the National Weather Service office at Charleston, West Virginia. These are the tri-state weather conditions at 2 p.m. in Huntington, under partly sunny skies. The temperature 61 degrees at
Temperature 61 at 2.34.
The wind calm. Barometric pressure 30.34 inches.
Here we go. Just being goofy. Gonna listen to the weather.
And 64 degrees.
See what's going on.
Sunny and 61 degrees. Charleston, partly sunny.
Hey guys. Well, I do see a potential problem. I just gave the chickies here, I just filled up their water thing out of the rain barrel there, out of the rain bucket. I don't have any plastic barrels yet to catch water from the gutter, and that would be a problem for me, especially in the dry season. We've got some buckets over here, and then over here at this end of the house we have some more buckets, and then up at the barn, I'll take you up here, and we use the catch buckets. We use the catch buckets to water the chickens. And then out here in the back behind the barn, where the barn runs off, we have that old steel bathtub up there that catches the water off of the, let me see if I can zoom in here on, that catches the water off of the roof of the barn, and that's what we've been using to water the rabbits and the goats. So I know we've gone through a lot of water. We haven't had any rain. I'm going to need more water for the animals. I guess I could carry buckets out, you know, from the pool, but you know, I would do that if I had to. So I really am a little more motivated now to get a better water catching system set up, because if I was having to also carry buckets down to water the garden, we'd be going through a lot more water. We haven't had to do that yet. We would have to do that in a couple of days if we didn't get any rain. We'd have to start carrying water down. So yet another motivator to, up there in the holler somewhere, pick a good spot, get a little dam built so that my runoff creek here, the creek that runs beside our property, or down through our property I should say, it's just a runoff creek, and when it rains it catches, you know, the water flows down the creek and it runs out. But I want to build a little dam to catch some of that stuff, because it's going to come in awful handy for sure. So that's one issue that I've seen. Another issue that I'm having is that 45 watt Harbor Freight solar panel is nowhere near sufficient enough to keep the batteries charged. I've had the battery charger on it almost the whole time, and so I need to get another couple of hundred watts, I think, another couple of hundred watts worth of panels and get them up to keep the batteries. I'm just using a lot more juice than that little 45 watt system can put in. You know, the Harbor Freight panel would be good for emergency. A little bit. It would be good for an emergency, maybe charging up one battery to run a one small thing off of. But 45 watts isn't a lot of juice, so I need to get some better panels whenever I can and get those up so that I can keep those batteries charged and still using the stuff that I would like to use off of it. So, anywho, a couple things. We're coming into the evening time here of today would be Saturday. We started this on Friday morning, so we're coming into Friday evening. Tomorrow morning we will have completed our 48 hours. Not quite sure what else to film. Like I say, it's been pretty much just business as usual. The kids are wore out from carrying buckets of water. We had to fill all the water up today, and that's when I got to noticing that you know, that water would be a problem. The animal water would be a problem, and eventually it would cause a problem for us too, if we, you know, because we have quite a few. I think we've got about roughly 50 gallon bottles set aside for us. It's got the clean water in it, but we haven't been using that for anything except for, you know, like a little bit of cooking, a little bit of cleaning that you saw me do, and making tea and Kool-Aid and stuff. And we can boil more as we go along. But raw water, I'm going to call it raw water collection, rainwater or water from the creek or something like that. I'm going to have to figure out a better system of doing that. And I have definitely seen that, you know, 20 gallons of rainwater does not go very far at all. So, anywho, if there is anything else that's interesting that happens today, I'll go ahead and film it. Just been another regular old day around here. So, like I say, I will get with y'all in the morning unless something else happens this evening. Well, it's about 11:30 or so, guys, on Sunday morning. So we're going to wrap this up. And I hope you enjoyed the video that we did for the challenge, and I hope the video is acceptable. About the only thing we got to do to put away is just put the generator back in the shed, because everything else is attached to the house, and we use those cables and cords anyway for the solar panels and stuff. Definitely got to do something about the solar system, but that's going to be a work in progress. And it was fun. We had a good time. And every time you do it, you learn a little bit something to get you more prepared, and that's what we're all about, being prepared for this kind of stuff. So anyway, sorry that this video was so long. Didn't mean for it to come out this long, but it did. So I apologize for that. And you guys, thanks for watching. All of the sponsors of this contest, thank you very much for this opportunity. This was a really, really good idea for a contest, and I really appreciate it. Bear Prepper and Pet Prepper, you guys rock. And I've learned a lot from watching both your channels. So, anywho, thanks you guys for watching. God bless in the end. Buzz, the end.